I played this game when I was 14, and that was when it came out, and this game is 17 years old. Shit. Anyways, we're gonna go back and play these first two dungeon levels in the underground channel because I wanna go over a little something. So I kind of want to release like one of these a week rather than trying to do like just a whole bunch all the time, releasing a video like every day or something. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna do like once a week. Mainly I'm making videos because it makes me feel good, so you know, if people end up liking the videos, that's a huge plus. Always pick up these crates and throw them, because sometimes they have items in them. If you go to gamefacts.gamespot.com, no affiliation, they actually have a wiki with a chart for this game, multiple charts actually. They have like a weapon build-up chart for Max's wrench and Max's gun, so you know exactly what elements you have to add to them to build them up into whatever weapon you're aiming for. The chart doesn't have any pictures, so if you're going for aesthetics, you might want to like look up the chart and some pictures side by side, and maybe you know, maybe at the end of this level I'll just go ahead and display the chart on screen. Researched some weapons, I upgraded some weapons, did a bit of farming, and then I got to a certain spot in the game and I died and realized that I had not saved the entire time. So yeah, I dropped down from like 4.5 hours down to 27 minutes and had to do all that all over again. Hopefully here, during this moment where I remind myself, I'll remember to put that weapon build-up chart on the screen for just a second. And hopefully I also only displayed that for a very, very short time so that you can pause it if you want to look at it, but it's not up long enough to spoil anything if you don't. Now I'm going to go through weapon build-up a little bit here. So if you go into items, everything here can be what is called spectrumized. You tap it and you say spectrumize, and it will turn it into a synth sphere. Each item that you spectrumize becomes a one synthesis point synth sphere. If you spectrumize multiple at a time, like it'll match however many items you use to make the sphere. Pretty self-explanatory there. So you can do that with any item. Like I could take this log here and spectrumize it, make it smash. But those 10 elements there are the ones that I'm talking about when you build up the weapon, that require certain things. Like here it says True Battle Wrench, which required 13 attack, but if you want to do this one, it requires 15 attack, 9 smash, and 5 beast. I know those numbers because I have the chart pulled up to my left on the secondary monitor. Turning it into the True Battle Wrench, or the Drill Wrench, which is what this is called, it doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things, because if you turn it into a True Battle Wrench, the only thing that it can become from True Battle Wrench is a Drill Wrench. So it's basically just a stepping stone turning it into the Battle Wrench, the True Battle Wrench. You can turn items into synth spheres as well, but we're going to go ahead and build this up to the True Battle Wrench. We're going to go ahead and use that stepping stone just so we can see basically as many weapons as possible, because I think that'll be more fun. And there it is, the True Battle Wrench. Basically, he just attached a couple of doorknobs to it and refinished it to brass, which is pretty fancy. That's pretty magical. He made it brass. How do you do that? He just did it, man. He did it. That's inventory management here. Now we're gonna go ahead and proceed to the next floor. We're going to go ahead and do the second one too, because you may have noticed as we were going through the first one again, the treasure chests not only were giving us those random items that can be spectrumized, but they were also giving, what am I trying to say? They were giving, crystals. Freaking, jeez. There's a hunk of copper. There are two reasons that you don't want to use regular items if you can help it. Like, and actually, now I'm thinking about it, there's actually 3 different reasons that you don't do that. Even if you're going to go a little bit over, it's still better to use these crystals. One is that the items are actually used for other things. They're used for building things when you make inventions later, and they're used for also building things when you make towns later. Those are a couple of little spoilers, but they happen pretty soon, and they're throughout pretty much the entire game, so it's not a huge deal. You're going to figure it out really soon. Yeah, and 2 of these as well. But the other thing is, when you synthesize these, I mentioned earlier that like each of them requires a synthesis point. You see the synthesis point at the bottom of the wrench here. However many synthesis points it requires to synthesize that material, it takes those away from the synthesis point on the weapon. And when you spectrumize these crystals, you get to increase stats by 3 for each item that you spectrumize. Whereas with the construction items and ingredients and things like that, it only goes up by 2 for each item. But it still uses a full synthesis point for each of them, so it's more cost efficient as well in synthesis point regard to do that, to use the crystals instead. Now it's ready to turn into a drill wrench. Huzzah! And now it's been refinished back to iron, and it has a drill on it. Super neat, dude. The reason that I came back to the second level again is because you can farm stuff, obviously. This is basically an infinite progression game. I say basically infinite because it's not technically infinite. It is one of those games where, like, at the end of the game you can just keep playing. If I recollect correctly, which I do because I still have the chart right next to me, like the final weapons bring your... And this is a super long game, so final weapons are like crazy far away right now. They bring the stats on your weapons to like 135. But the cap for the stats on your weapons is like 999 for each stat. So essentially like 9 times as far as super long. If that makes any sense. But you can see this wrench is doing crazy amounts of damage now. But I always say it's a weapon destroying trap. That is the downside to always saying weapon destroying trap. If you play this game and decide that you really want whatever's in there and you don't want to take any chances, you can just always say exploding trap. If you decide you want whatever's in there and you feel like it's worth trading the repair powder. But if I recollect correctly, if you say that it's poison or exploding and it turns out to be weapon destroying, it actually completely destroys both of your weapons. So you end up having to use 2 items to fix whatever it did to yourself. See, we already got bread. Alright. We probably got bread multiple times while I was talking and I just didn't realize it. Treasure chest key. Interesting. When did I pick that up? That's pretty neat. I completely forgot about that. Apparently you can also use those.
The underground channel ran on ahead in front of me, and as I pressed on, heading deeper, For some reason, thoughts of you, Mother, filled my head. I don't remember your face now, Mother, even though I must have seen it so often when I was small.
Max, can you hear me? Max! How's it going? Made any progress?
Yeah, looks like I made it to the next floor.
The further in you go, the stronger the monsters are. Watch out!
I will.
To defeat the stronger monsters, you'll need to strengthen your weapons. If you don't take care of your weapons, you'll run into trouble on the next floor.
Okay, so I skipped that because he was telling us everything that I'd already told you about the weapons. There's a reason that I left that one item spot blank, because there's a particular item we're gonna get a little later that I like to reserve that for. It always goes in the first slot because it's way better than the other items. Oh no! Well, poo. Well, I won't make you watch me watch this. And we're back. And I'm gonna eat bread now. Even though my health isn't that low. And there's one thing that I don't like about item management is you have to keep adding this shit to your bars. I do like that it actually moves all of the items from your inventory to your bar. But I don't like that if it's on your bar, it doesn't add it to the bar when you pick it up. It still just puts it in your inventory. So you just have to keep equipping it even if it's already equipped. Kind of annoying, but I don't really know of a game that had better inventory management at the time that this was made. Next weapon is the Smash Wrench, which requires Attack 32, Flame 18, Lightning 9, Smash 18, and Scale 5. Good God. I don't think we've gotten any attack crystals yet. If I remember right, it's like an orange crystal with an indent of a sword on it. Give me an attack crystal. No, that's not what I asked for. That's not what I asked for, man. Hey, knock it out. I think the gun actually does more damage to these guys. Yeah, it does. Who knew a gun would do more damage to a balloon than smacking it with a blunt object? I wonder how many more of the stats we can add to the wrench right now. Like, I know we can't put attack on there because we don't have any attack crystals, but could we put other things on there? Stop it, Max. You don't need to lock onto everything, man. Locking on limits your movement. Did you know that Max had super strength? If you didn't, now you do. You can pick up fully grown men and mages and throw them. So I don't know if I went over this already, but there are two different paths you can go down. Now, I had already stated that the original path, the choice between True Battle Wrench and Drill Wrench didn't really matter because you always end up making the Drill Wrench anyways. But the next split does matter, because after we make the Smash Wrench, we have two different choices, which I won't say them right away. But after the Smash Wrench, there's another split, and that one's actually meaningful. There are 4 more upgrades after the Smash Wrench, no matter which path you choose from the Smash Wrench? From the Smash Wrench? Yeah, one of them leads to a really cool-looking weapon at the end of the upgrade path. And the other one, and this is so stupid, so many games that do this, and I don't understand why. You end up having to decide between something that looks awesome or something that looks utterly ridiculous, but it's better. So you have to choose between aesthetic and usefulness. Which I just think it's so dumb when developers make you do that. And I don't think there's very many people that would disagree with that. So I don't understand why they keep doing it. Maybe they think it looks cool, which I can kind of understand. Like if you're making a video game and you're like, you know what? We put all this hard work into making the entire game. We're gonna put one thing in that we think looks cool regardless of what anybody else thinks. Always use these question mark fountains right here. They heal you and they're super great. They're a great way to stay in shape. And here we are at the end of the 3rd level. Keep the episodes under an hour, just because I like to upload at night.
What's all this?
When I go to bed. And my upload is not fantastic, especially at night.
Donnie, I've come into a big chamber. There are what look like tanks everywhere.
Ah, that'll be the pump room. The pumps in there are used to draw water from the lake on the outside. You're not far from the outside now.
Gotcha. Thanks, Donnie. I gotta keep going. What the?
I actually kind of like these cutscenes if you press X at the right time.
Flotsam!
You can make it sound like they're actually having a conversation instead of the normal
I'm
cutscenes.
quite proud of you for coming all this way through the sewers, you know. By the way, Max, I took the liberty of doing a little research on you. For someone like you, living in a big house with no wants or needs, don't you think it would be a waste
Or
if
you
you
can
threw your life away fighting us?
Make it pause longer for comical value.
How sad indeed would your dear sweet mother be?
What? What do you know about my mother?
What if I did know something? If you want to know more, give me that red stone. I've got plenty to tell you. Well,
No, no way. I'll find my mother myself. I don't need help from anyone like you.
you stinking brat! Take care of them, my darling Linda.
And now I'm gonna do nothing. I might do one thing just to show you why I'm doing nothing, but that's why. That elephant is mean. So I thought this was strictly time-based, but it might be... Okay. I think it's time-based and attack-based. Like, you have to give a certain number of attacks, fight it for a certain length of time, and let it attack you once.
Uh-oh.
Huh? What? Max,
Cedric!
you all right? It's me.
Cedric, you finally completed the ride pod.
Yep, I named it Steve. I'm still working out the bugs, but it's got plenty of punch.
Ah, nice. He named it after my dad. Not Max's dad, but my dad. I don't remember Max's dad's name.
Well, did you learn your lesson or what?
That's amazing, Cedric.
My sweet Linda couldn't compete with this one.
I wish I could hit that fast with that thing.
Oh, we got an ornery son of a gun here. Come back for more, huh? Take that, huh? What the?
Well, what's wrong?
Actually, I didn't finish that energy backpack yet. I don't think she can handle any more fighting for now. Hop in, Max.
Get on? But it can't move.
Don't you worry about that. There's enough juice to get us back. Come on, get in.
Running away, eh? Linda, get them!
Adios!
Oh my, they've run off!
Morning, Sonny.
Yeah. Tell me, Cedric, why do you think those circus goons are after this pendant of mine?
Who knows, kid? But if what you overheard in that room at the circus is true, then Mayor Need definitely knows something. I'll talk to Need and see if I can get anything out of him. Just don't...
I know. I won't give this up.
Alrighty then. This thing here is the problem. We gotta finish this up and take care of that pesky elephant.
All you need is an energy pack, right?
Yep.
Well, Cedric, how about letting me handle that?
You telling me that you want to make the energy pack for Steve?
Yeah, I want to give it a try.
Alrighty then. The job's yours.
All right.
You know, inventing stuff is pretty tough work. I'll show you how, Sonny, so you listen carefully.
Okay.
Inventing something involves taking several ideas and combining them together to create something new. And ideas are, well, the building blocks for inventions. By combining the ideas inside your head, you can invent brand new stuff. Now here's some hints on making an energy pack for Steve. A milk can, pipes, and a belt. Now this is where things get tricky, see? You gotta do some
Because you're
collecting.
gonna have to take a picture of
use
the
this camera.
sheriff's crotch.
You can use it to capture stuff. First, press the square button to ready the camera. Then you can capture whatever you see in the viewfinder. Use the left, and to take a picture, just press the square button again. Pretty simple, huh?
When in dungeons, you can only use the camera when it is equipped as an active item.
Now you better go take some pictures. You need to look for a milk can, pipes, and a belt. You should be able to find them all within a couple 100 feet of here. You ready, Max? You're on your own now. Go get them.
So I skipped a few sentences there, just out of habit. I apologize if you wanted to read all of them. We've equipped the camera, and that last little tidbit there where it said that you have to equip the camera to take the pictures in dungeons, you actually have to equip it to take a picture anywhere. I think what it was trying to say is that you have to, like, actually choose it. Like, you use the D-pad to go through the different items on the equipment bar while you're in the dungeon. You have to actually have it highlighted to use it. But there are actually a few different pictures that you have to get. Pretty complicated. Now, you can take a picture of anything that you want to, but certain items will say doo-doo-doo, tell you what they are, and when they do that, that means it can be used as an idea to add to an invention. I'll take a picture of everything that is picturable as an idea in the shop here. There's also some things, like, they're kind of everywhere, but only certain things will actually tell you that you took a picture of them. For example, there's pipes all over the place in Cedric's shop. There's a pipe here, but it doesn't count as a pipe when you take a picture of it. Could be seen as a chandelier or a lamp, but it doesn't count as either. And chandelier and lamp are things you can take a picture of. And then a trumpet, and that's a weather vane. You can also take a picture of a weather vane, but that one doesn't count. Binoculars, register. I don't know if this counts as a chair. It does not. That one's fine because it's a stool. That's gonna be about it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed making it. I'm gonna run around town here and take a picture of a bunch of different things. I might add a picture montage to this video, or possibly to the next video, somewhere in there. This is going to be it for episode 2. Like I said, hope you enjoyed it. Take care. Thank you for watching. Goodbye. Picture taking montage. What? And I believe that's all the pictures we can get in Palm Brinks for now.